I suddenly woke up in my house. I checked my chest very fast. This stuff is very useful. I'm just a lowly farmer, after all. This is my village. It was a very nice village. It was built far, far back in the day, far before the great extinction of my people. I head to the blacksmith to see if he's here. He is not. I don't know where everybody is. Where is everybody? I don't have any idea. I best be probably getting off out of here then. I guess they got him last night. Oh. I guess there are some still left. Okay. Well, I guess they didn't get all of them. I'm gonna ask to steal this food really fast so we can escape out of here. We need a plan to escape. Okay, I don't think anyone saw us. Let's go. Okay. So we need to find a new land. These creatures, they just keep finding us more and more. I must go. Must go fast and far. Far beyond this horizon. I traveled for days long and far, venturing throughout my journey of places, until eventually, one day, in the horizon, I saw it. A weird-looking structure, far, far away from my once home. What is this? What did we just find here? I mean, I guess we kind of need to get over there. Let's just swim across here. Let's hope that there's no sharks around or anything. Hopefully nothing will kill me. Man, what is that? Why would anybody ever build anything like this? Well, probably some ancient building from far ago. Who knows? But we need to just see what's up in this area. Let's see. Ooh. I'm guessing that this is nobody, saying that it looks like it's in ruins. I guess let's take this stuff and I guess equip it. Wow, that's pretty cool. But I wonder what this is meant to be. Maybe some type of like doorway? Huh. I guess we'll come back to investigate that more later on. Probably part of something to do with all these creatures that are in this world now. Part of the reason that these villages are starting to go extinct. We need to get some wood. So let's start by, I guess, trying to chop down the trees with this pickaxe, saying that, I mean, this is our best thing that we have here, after all. I mean, I don't think we could gather any wood any other way. Something. After I gained up all this wood and everything, I just thought, I don't even know how to make these into planks yet. I need to go ask someone, like a woodcutter or something. I set off on my adventure to find a populated city. But realizing that there might only just be ocean around me, I panicked. Thinking I might be alone, I was hoping to be able to return back to my old village out of hopes that the woodcutter was still alive and I might ask him about it. So I set out for my old village, far away from my land that I once was in now. into town. I made my way over to where I knew where the woodsmith worked. I saw him in there and I knocked on the door. Hey, can I come in? You may come in if you would wish to. Thank you. Can I learn how to cut wood? Son, you don't know the first thing about cutting wood. Let me tell you, you got them sissy hands. It takes a few 100 years just to learn how to cut wood like me. Please, sir, I'm desperate. I just need to know how to make planks. Son, if you don't even know how to make planks, you might as well just get out of my shop. Sir, please, I just need this so I can, make my way out of here. I just want to leave this town and make my own little small town, just like these. Please, sir. Okay, fine then. You may learn from me. So listen, your first step is that you're going to need that. You see that pickaxe? You got a pickaxe or something? I got a golden one. Okay. So now what you want to do is take your oak logs and you want to kind of like splice them in half and you'll have planks. Okay, so I just place it down and I just go in for a splice. Like how? Like you just jump up and you splice it. Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, go for it now. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Sir, I don't think that worked. What do you mean? It's gone. Oh my god, I got 4 oak. So that's how you splice wood? Yes, sir. Exactly how you do it. Thank you, sir. Is there anything else I could learn from you? Like maybe how to make sticks or whatever? That's pretty easy, sir. Just think about how you just made the log. I mean, that's just how you know it. Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Have a good day, sir. Oh, yeah, he really must have won it. Okay, I think I need a. Oh man, the sun's starting to go down. I probably need to get back to going to sleep. I'm kind of hungry though. I kind of need to make some food. Let's see if we can. Let's see. How did my father teach me how to craft a crafting table? I think it was like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to my house though. I can't wait to leave this town again. I really thought I was ready for it though, and I apparently was not. I couldn't even remember how to make wood. Actually, I already have food in my inventory. Man. I think we need to put some stuff in a satchel. Okay, so let's just throw some of this random stuff up in my bag here. We're gonna definitely need to be splicing more logs up. I probably should have tried to make some money off of that. Probably should try to sell some stuff. It is what it is though. Okay, we need to go learn how to make tools and armor and how to smelt stuff and stuff like that today. Let's head off over to the armor smith and hope that they can teach us something. Although I don't really have many materials. Okay. Well, I guess I have 13 iron nuggets. But I feel like I probably should go try to get some more materials before just heading up in there. Let's see what's all around. Ooh! Hey, there's a ship. Hey, it looks like it just sunk. Wait, this might be my chance to get some materials. Okay. Let's head off over to there. Oh man. See if there's just anything up on the surface. Nah, it looks like I'm probably gonna have to go in. Okay, deep breath. Let's see what's in here. Come on. Yes. Some money, some iron. Let's go. Oh my god. I'm gonna be rich. Oh man. Oh my god. Look at all this loot I found. Man, I'm gonna be so rich after this. Okay, guys. I think it's my time to head back. I think we have enough materials that they might be able to teach us something. Man. Also, I have $14 now. I can buy some food if I wanted to. Or I might see what they actually have for sale. Yeah, I'm probably gonna see what they have for sale, because if they have anything cool. But what is this coastal armor trims? I've never seen anything like that before in my life. I mean, maybe it's something valuable. I don't know. I might ask them about it. Maybe it's some like type of advanced, a way of making stuff or something like that. But I'm now back in the village, so let's go and talk to them and see what they have to teach me. Or if they will teach me. Hey, sir. Sir, can I come in?
You may not come in through the front door. I can't be risking anybody else running in like the thieving farmer over there.
Sir, I don't think the farmer's a thief, sir.
I know damn well that farmer stole 3 of my decor.
Oh, okay, sir. So how should I come in?
You need to figure out a way to get in through underground. Dig your way in.
Sir, can I come in?
Well, of course you can, sir. After all, what do you need, though?
I just need to learn how to make weapons and armor and how to smelt them and stuff. Do you have any ideas?
Sir, we can help you with that. But let's get on to me first. So first off, I'm the toolsmith.
I'm how you make your weapons and stuff. You got anything to work with? I mean, I got a little bit of wood, some iron. That's about it.
Okay, that's okay, son. Okay, so first off, you need to make a crafting table. Do you know how to make that?
I do, sir.
Okay, place that crafting table down now.
Okay, now you want to take any sticks that you have, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you want to make a wooden axe. Now, how you make a wooden axe is you place the 2 sticks in the middle, one in the middle and one at the bottom, and then you add it to the top.
Oh,
that's how you make an axe?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And you probably can figure out the rest of the general ideas with the rest of the crafting materials.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now for me, smelting's pretty easy. You just kind of put it in there, put some coal in there, put some iron in there, and you can smelt it. But if you want me to go more in depth about it, I mean, we can go and try to make some armor really fast if you'd like to.
I would like that, sir.
Yes, please, sir. Okay, so first off, what you need to do is take those 5 iron ingots and place 2 of them on one side and 2 of them on the other side, okay? And that's how you make iron boots.
Thank you, sir.
So, are these better than the gold boots? Well, of course they are, son. But keep your gold boots just in case if anything bad happens.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, sir. Sir, I'm gonna buy some of this armor off of you now, sir. If you don't mind me buying some stuff off you guys.
just for extra supply for whenever I need to, keep going on my adventure. Oh, no problem, son. Have a good day. Thank you guys. You guys too. And what do they know? I'm about to completely dip out of this town. Hey, sir. Sir. What do you want? I just come to, do you know how to brew, like, potions or anything? I don't teach that to people who I don't know too well. Sir, I've lived here my whole life. Please, I just need to know how to make potions. I'm not teaching you that yet. Come back later and I might. Okay, sir. Have a good day, sir. So now with all this newfound knowledge, I set off on my adventure. The lone adventurer started his journey out into there by first making a boat. He knows that making this boat will be a very valuable asset to him, and he will be leaving everything he knows behind in order to try and find out where he can make his new settlement at. But he still wonders about what were those blank pieces stacked up together? Why would anybody do such a thing? But he knows that he can't spend his whole entire life trying to figure that out. But if he does still happen to come across that type of material, he knows he will try to figure it out. Figure out what type of powers it has. What does it do? But in the distance, underneath the water, he saw some type of building. It looked like a monument. He wasn't sure about what it was. He just saw stuff swimming around it. Unsure if it was safe or not, he decides not to come in too close to it. But he knows he can't hold his breath for that long, but now knowing that there might be something different about this world. That maybe that his town folks maybe didn't tell him everything that they should have before he left. But even then, doesn't matter, because as he sets off for his adventure, he takes a quick realization that it's nothing more than a big, open, vast ocean. And he falls asleep upon his boat to eventually wake, where my boat hit shore. I woke up, looked around, realizing it was evening. I hopped out of my boat and I saw it again. One of those weird structures. But it began to rain and there was no time to sit there and wonder. I had to get away from here. I had to run now. If I didn't, I might just die. I hop in the water, swim across, out of hopes that I might be able to escape it. I quickly take my golden pickaxe and I begin to dig into the side of a mountain. I know that this might be my only way of survival, and I take it anyways. I now know that I made a mistake. I left my home without proper preparations. But it doesn't matter now, it will not matter later. This is probably where I will probably die overnight. But I place it on my crafting table anyways in order to get crafting. I know I need materials to keep digging, and so I make myself a pickaxe. A wooden one, because I didn't know how to exactly work everything else. I begin to mine into the side of this mountain, and eventually I hope that my home here might take form, even though I believe that this night might be my last. On the stone I have dug out after a few hours to go to sleep once more and awake hopefully when the rain and morning hits. I headed for my door. I broke the dirt with my hand. It was still raining, it was pouring down rain, But I knew I couldn't just sit here and wait. I needed to start chopping down wood. This axe is a lot more efficient than what my pickaxe used to be. I'm very happy for that. I need to gather wood for the whole day out of hopes that we might be able to build a working civilization not far from my home. This is the goal of every person on this world, is to build this town that will build them the legacy that every person wants. No matter if they say it or not, everybody knows what we all strive for at the end of the day. And that is for the ability to be remembered, the ability for power, the ability for love, the ability to be remembered, and the ability that whenever you're dead and gone off this world, that they might remember you for the legacy that you built, not for the legacy that you tore down. As I continue to chop my trees, I still sit here and remember how great it once was back in my old village, back when their creator was alive. I proceeded to start getting jumped by a random man out in the forest. I hit him with my axe a few times and I realized something very quickly. That was no man. That was one of those monsters. One of those monsters that my village people have talked about for so long. Those monsters that killed my village leader. I finally saw one for the first time. I also then saw cows. Me being the farmer that I once was back in my old village, I knew that getting these cows in a pen would be my best bet. But I needed wood for a pen. And so for now, that was off the table as I continued to chop more trees. And I knew that I needed to get some type of stuff stabilized in the meantime. So I made my way over to look on the ever so expansive land. Realizing that I could build a great big village here, I had a vision. But only way I could achieve my vision is by flattening this area out. Something that I did not believe was possible for us types of humans. But at this time, who knew? I'm good. But I began to cut more trees after looking over the expanse. I knew I needed more wood to build my great city. Time of cutting wood, I took the realization that I probably should build my house now. I decided to head off to the area where I first ever had landed onto this area, and I was going to build my first starting house there. I knew this wasn't going to be where the town was going to be built. But then again, though, it was going to take time for a town like this one to be built. Realizing that my storages were running low and I needed to put stuff in my bundle fast so I can actually have room in my pockets to do stuff. I quickly removed the stuff and I decided to start getting to work. I knew it was going to be a bad thing if I failed to build my great town. If I was forgotten or died before then, and there would have been no point to all of this stuff I've done. I begin to dig up the sand in order to place my house where I want my house to be. We dug out the main area for my first part of my house. I began to build up, but after all, my father did not teach me much about how to build, but I did know that we needed stabilizing the walls. And to stabilize the walls, you needed all 4 of them around each other. So with that in mind, I began to build my house. Although it had just turned night and my fear of what had killed all the others come to me. The fear that the monsters might come and get me. The fear that I might fail. But I knew that these fears were just things to try to hold me back. Nothing more and nothing less. These monsters were here to try to destroy us and not help us. And understanding that from a very young age, I began to understand the true nature of what I was up against. The monsters that had no cares of whether if I lived or if I fell the very next day. Unlike us, they probably did not care much for anything else but the death of us. I don't believe that this is correct, but I hope to negotiate one day with them. But for now, they don't seem to be very nice. They seem to only want me to die. But we will hope to one day make contact with them peacefully. Maybe in a different area or a different time. But for now, we continue to build up our small little village. A village that will hopefully one day remind everybody of the greatness of me and my people. But now that the house has been slightly set up, I go out to take my workbench. I know this is valuable because this is the thing I use to craft. Remembering that my father one time taught me how to make a furnace, I decided to make a furnace. This was a good thing, but I knew that at the same time I didn't have any feel for my furnace. Like the guy told me back there, the only way to have feel for a furnace is through coal, and I didn't have any. But I decided to start experimenting, trying to figure out a different way to get feel whenever I discovered it. If you put logs in the furnace and you put planks in there, it will feel it, forcing the logs into charcoal, allowing you to fuel your furnace for even longer than what was ever thought to be possible. This great invention by me might have just revolutionized how we make energy around here. But even if it didn't, it does not matter. But I will start to use this for the energy. As of right now, this was my greatest achievement out of all of them. And now for the night, I shall go to sleep, laying my head on the sand that will be dug up tomorrow to replace it by the wooden floor. My furnace was done and it was morning. I needed to get to work now. I saw a weird, tall figure standing up on the mountain. I didn't know what he was. He had purple glowing eyes though. I wasn't sure if he was friendly or not, but I sat there and looked at him for a while out of hopes that he was gonna leave. He appeared to be leaving though. But still, my trust was really far down for him. But I still knew collecting this weird new plant was going to be a helpful thing for us. So I took the plant and I didn't know what its uses exactly were yet. After all, my village had never had this, but we have traded for it. I decided to place it near the water by my house out of hopes that it would grow. I then decided that today would be the day I started to build a road. It's a very small road in my village. Using oak slabs, we decided to start placing them down. I was going to build a small path from my house off over to the next land. over. We decided to start digging that out. We knew that it was going to be a little bit of a longer path, but it was going to be a needed thing to make this town an actual town. I was using different methods than what my old town did. I was building my town out of wooden roads. This was a big advancement compared to my last town, where they used only dirt paths for the roads. But then suddenly the dark figure was near me and then teleported away from me and then over to there. He was near me. I drew my axe fast. I wasn't too sure on what to do, but he still just stood there. I tried to talk to him. Sir, what can I help you with, sir? Sir, what can I help you with? He came closer to me, but I walked away from him. I didn't want him to get near me. He didn't make much of any noises, but he didn't try to talk back either. Sir, could I interest you in some carrots or anything, sir? He didn't talk to me. He just sat there and looked, and he turned back to me. Unsure of what his motives were, I knew that whatever he was doing here, as long as he didn't get in my house, I didn't care about him. He then teleported away, some type of power I've never seen about someone. It was kind of weird, but at this time I didn't care about it. I knew that me investigating farther could get me killed, and I just didn't feel like having that happen. I just went to build my happy town here as we discovered more and more about this place. But me being very unsure still of what this guy's true intentions were, I knew that I needed to be careful, because if he did try anything, he might be able to kill me. It put a big fear on for me, but I was unsure about it. So I decided to keep building my road out of hopes that he might just leave. But I knew the truth. He wasn't going to leave. There was no chance of it. But I didn't care too much. I knew that my road needed to continue to be built, so I continued to build it. I looked back and I didn't see him back there. I thought maybe he left. And I continued to build my road. I have stone pickaxes. We knew that we needed to get materials somehow, some way. I hadn't learned much about how to mine, but into this I knew I needed to learn fast if I wanted to live. I found coal off to the side of my mountain. This was going to be useful for fuel, but I knew that the mines needed to be made, and into that we started to make them. Mining down, trying to make the mines, I found a random new area. I drop down and I see something weird to my side. This is something I've never seen before. I look down the area that looks like just nothing. But I decided to investigate this more, trying to understand what this is. But I quickly realized something quickly set off something. I start to sneak through, hoping that I wouldn't be able to pick up my vibrations. But I wasn't 100% sure on how everything works here. Wasn't sure if it was dangerous for it to know or if it knew where I was or not. I looked into this other area and I seen some weird purple block. I've seen this before, I said. I've seen this on those portals. I wonder what it's doing down here. And then I find this room here and it looked like, I don't even know. It looked weird. But I set things off, it shrieked. I heard it. I wasn't sure on what was going on though, but I needed to get out of here. I accidentally set off another one and I was scared now. But I decided to keep heading deeper, seeing what was back here. I knew that if I got caught by anything, I wasn't sure if I was going to survive it. But I drew my axe quickly, out of hopes that I wouldn't find anything. I found nothing back here. I decided to make my way, thinking that it might just be safe for it to be able to hear me. But I wanted to investigate this area. What is this purple stuff doing here? As I look more through, it looks like this purple stuff is just kind of throughout this whole area. What is this? Was this something built by the ancient builders or something? I was unsure, very. And then I found something. Something weird. I found the way down, but this couldn't be. Like, what is this? I had no idea, and I set my way down the ladder to figure out what it was.